Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome back if you're a subscriber. My name's Neil and it's time for another episode of Would I Lie to You? We're continuing to work our way through the Bob Mortimer catalog. This is his appearance from series 12, episode 1. I know that there's still a few famous stories of his that I haven't yet encountered, so maybe one of them will appear in this episode. I'm hoping that's the case. But I know whether this is sort of one of his iconic moments or not, he's going to be hilarious. The man just has a way with telling a story, and he's clearly had a completely bonkers life because every story he tells apparently is true. Yeah, I'm just really fascinated by what we may get today. And I'm hoping that I meet a couple of new British personalities as well. I'm always looking for new comedians to be aware of. I love a good laugh, and that's why I'm doing these as full episodes. I might be introduced to somebody new who becomes a new favorite. So let's see what happens in this one. No reason to keep talking. Let's go right into watching episode 1 of series 12 of Would I Lie to You?
On Lee Mack's team tonight, a comedian who recently filmed a fishing series for BBC Two.
I've heard about this.
I never managed to catch it. It's Bob Mortimer.
A lot of you are recommending I check out this fishing series.
Entertainer who started her career as a ballet dancer. In fact, she studied it at university, where she gained a tutu. It's Debbie McGee.
Okay.
Presenter and former footballer who once went to Coventry for £2 million. That's an expensive taxi. It's Dion Dublin. And a comedian who's 4 feet 11 inches tall. We've always seen eye to eye. It's Lucy Porter.
Oh, I know her. I've seen an episode of QI with her, where they made her stand on ridiculously tall platform shoes.
The police once surrounded my house after I set off an alarm in my bikini bottoms.
Interesting location for the alarm. What was the alarm that you set off, and how did you set?
It was the house alarms. I was actually ironing in the garden with my bikini on.
Let me stop you there. I could have sworn you said you were ironing in the garden in your bikini.
Yes.
It's a classic domestic scene.
I love that commitment to ironing. I haven't ironed anything since the late 90s. But very good.
We can tell, Lucy.
Yeah. So what happened when you pressed the alarm? Who was alerted and what did they do?
So I didn't know because it doesn't set the alarms off. It just rings the police. And so 15 policemen came round the corner.
How did they react? Did they see the funny side?
No, she wasn't facing them.
Bob.
I know that's rude, but I can't quite figure out why.
I believe it.
You think it's true?
I think
you think it's true? We
unanimous.
think it's true.
They think it's true. Debbie, truth or lie?
It's true.
Yeah.
I once sneezed so hard in my car, I set off the airbag.
Where were you?
I was in my car.
Whereabouts was the car in the country?
I was on a motorway.
The sheer force of the air from your nostrils and mouth.
What kind of car do you drive? So I know not to buy it.
Can you tell us which kind of car it is?
It was an Audi A7.
Was it?
Yes.
Are you sure it wasn't an Audi do that? Because it doesn't sound feasible.
So I called them. I know the guy that
You
owns
just
the
set off.
dealership. I know the guy that owns the dealership. I
What's
said,
his
"Can you
name?"
Send someone out, Lee.
Lee. Oh. Did Lee personally come and pick you up?
No, he sent one of his staff.
What was his name? Was it Debbie?
Well, I'm thinking that big lad like Dion, maybe it could do it. I always go, achoo, pussycat, whoa, whoa. I say true.
I don't buy
Debbie?
it. I don't buy it.
Okay, I'm going to go with Debbie and say it's not true.
Yeah, I think I agree. It's a lie.
It's a lie.
So, Debbie, what is Jonathan to you?
Well, this is Jonathan, and when he was a baby, I used to pull him out of a top hat.
How old was he then?
About 6 months.
He's got the right hairstyle to be pulled out of a topper.
He's got the top knot.
This was in a summer season
Where?
in Bournemouth. We had different babies on different nights. You know, they were like in rotation and they came from an agency.
So, who would bring Jonathan to the theatre?
His mother.
His mother?
Stage
Yeah.
mothers.
I mean, I don't want you to give away the magic trick too much, but where was he stowed?
I can't tell you because I'm a member of the Magic Circle and I can't give
That
the
is a
secrets
really
away.
handy thing for this
Yeah.
game. I like it.
I can't.
Can you...
This is my friend Jonathan, and I have brewed 3 award-winning beers with him.
What are the names of your award-winning beers?
The one that's my favourite is called Kiss the Alderman. That's an IPA. Another one was a stout, and it was called Retail Park. And the other one was a lager, and that was called... Not now, madam.
Not now, madam.
About 2 years ago, I was in the field collecting some mud to go and bury at home in my garden. And along came Jonathan, or J-Keg, as I call him. We got chatting, and he said, "Do you like beer?" I said, I like beer." He said, "Would you like to brew some beer?" And
quick.
I said, "Yes, I would," rather urgently, actually. And he's got a brewery, JPEG, just a lean-to next to a barn, right next to the field where I was. It's quite big, actually. It might be a lean 3. You know, a lean 3.
Oh, Mortimer.
I went in this marvellous little brewery that I'm imagining. And you have to stir the malt barley.
Yeah.
And I did that bit of it, and I thought, I adore this. Is there any way that I could see this process through, and we could call this beer Kiss the Alderman?
What is the Alderman?
He's an unelected council official. Say, for example, let's focus in on Bolton. So if Bolton had a large Chinese community, but there was no representatives, the councillors.
We've definitely covered what happens to the Chinese community in Bolton.
So we brewed 1,000 litres, bottled it, and it was the top beer in the Kent Craft Ale Society.
What hops did you use?
Citrus hops. One of them's called something, and the other one likewise is named as well.
They both have names.
This all checks out.
This is Jonathan. One Sunday, the two of us spent 3 hours trapped in an automatic car wash.
It's bonkers, but I think it's Bob.
It was my car.
And was Jonathan in your car with you?
Correct, he was the passenger.
Why? How do you know
Because we
Jonathan?
can't both drive. I know Jonathan because we're in the same football team.
Is this as good as his handball team?
You drove into the car wash, and what happened?
So, there was 3 options. It was gold, silver or bronze. Can I have a car wash? And he gave me the token.
You put the token in the slot.
Yes.
You advance into the car wash.
The big brush at the front that goes over your bonnet, that came towards us.
Yeah.
And then the side ones came. They got to the door, stopped, and just kept doing that. And it did not stop for 3 hours. I know, it sounds unbelievable.
Why don't you climb over into the back seat and get out one of the rear doors?
Because it's a 2-door car. I absolutely screamed and screamed, and this stranger passing by saw a big button on the thing that said, emergency stop. We opened the door, and I went in. And he went, "So what's up?" I said, "Tell you what's up. The doors are phenomenally clean."
I don't think a magic act would trust anything to a baby, so I think it's Bob.
Jonathan looks like a hipster brewer to me.
Yeah, OK,
You
well,
think Bob met him in a field while collecting mud? He said, "Come and have a look at my brewery."
Yes.
And we're going to call our beer Kiss My Alderman.
Kiss the Alderman is much more marketable than Kiss my Alderman. I certainly call mine the Alderman.
But very popular with the Chinese community.
I'm Jonathan.
And I brew beer with Bob.
Yeah. Just assume if it's Bob, it's the truth.
Following advice from Chris Rea, I always crack an egg into my bath. I've done for 22 years.
When did Chris Rea give you this advice, and in what context?
I was making a single called Let's Dance, which I did with Chris Rea. And after we completed the recording, he popped me into the bath.
He popped you into the bath. I'll just pop you into the bath. So where was this bath? Was it at the recording studio?
It's on a little island in the middle of the Thames. It's his Rare's recording studio. It says, that's it, Bob. I think we've got that, like. That's your bedroom, that's your bath. I've popped an egg in there for you.
And why would he put an egg in your bath? What was the thinking behind it?
I've never found out. All I know is that I woke up the next morning and I have never felt so alive. It's fabulous, it's fabulous. It's non-greasy.
Is it non-greasy?
Yeah, honestly.
It's less greasy than water without egg in it?
And you get in and you really don't want to burst the yolk. So the white goes, but the yolk's there, and you move like that. And you try and get it to come towards like that. And then you get the yolk, and I use it for hair conditioner.
Just going back to the original occasion, Chris Rea had already run you a bath.
I know. Is a couple of weeks later, he sent me a gold doily. These things are just so crisp.
If, for example, at the temperature of bath, say 39 degrees Celsius, the white would turn opaque, then your story doesn't check out.
Agreed. Yeah, absolutely agreed.
I think it's fair to say that if anyone else had made this allegation about Chris Rea and an egg in their bath, we wouldn't be giving it a moment's consideration. Somehow, coming from Bob, it might be true.
I think it's true because he's been about a bit, Bob.
No.
Bob has been around a bit.
The chemical analysis of the behaviour of the albumin.
Nice pull.
David, honestly, one thing, please don't base it on the albumin whitening. It does not. I can't have a bath at 80+ degrees.
It's true.
What should I base it on, Bob?
Base it on the truth.
Instinctively, I believe it. We're going to go
absolutely. True. It's true. It's true. Or is this the one time he lies?
This is awful.
I was telling a lie.
It's the one time. It's the one time. Oh.
Of course it's a lie. He said Chris Rea put an egg in his bath. Who could possibly believe that?
Oh, he's just driving David insane.
Bob doesn't crack an egg into his bath following advice from Chris Rea.
Surprise, surprise. Oh, you have to believe him, though, because Bob's freaking Mortimer.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Oh, my gosh. That's awesome. Oh. Yeah, you have to believe him. It could be the most ridiculous thing ever, and you have to believe because you've been had so many times before where you didn't believe him, and it's the truth. Oh man, I'm crying tears of laughter here. It's hilarious. It's going to be hard to find somebody funnier than Bob Mortimer on this show. I know there's been a bunch of other recommendations of people I should be checking out. Claudia Winkleman, James Acaster, Greg Davies. There's apparently a sketch from season 4 by a guy named Kevin Bridges about buying a horse, which I absolutely have to check out. These were all on the list. I'm going to get to all of them, but I am not going to anywhere other than Bob Mortimer until I've seen all of his. And there's at least a couple more to come, I believe. I hope you guys are having fun watching these with me. I can't think of a better way to spend a half an hour busting a gut. And yeah, it's just a ton of fun, and what a great way to spend a little time. Until next time, guys, take care, stay healthy, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.